Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xa Talk Show. Today is 2022, February 2nd. Today is Chinese New Year. Actually, yesterday. So I had a great time. And what are you guys doing? So today's topic is going to be random. I'm going to do some live coding of stuff, of things I need to do. Okay? And how many people are here? So you guys here, two concurrent viewers, nobody. Okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to start to do whatever. Okay, so video check, audio check one more time. Video and audio check. Fantastic. Okay, so nobody's watching, so I'm going to do what I need to do. Okay, so let me first of all mention I made the Wolfram mod open source. So this is Wolfram mod, and if you search it, you'll find it, I believe. Let's try Wolfram mod, and you are looking at my keyboard over here. This is Kinesis Advantage 2, and this is Ultimate Hacking, and you can see it. You can see it just by search those, just search for XRD keyboard and you'll find it, my reviews and stuff. So here is, the Google result. I mean the DuckDuckGo web search result of Wolfram mod. So the first one, you go there and you can see this is Wolfram mod, a Emacs mod for Wolfram language. Wolfram language is the fantastic, the best, superior language. Okay, so you are looking at Wolfram language. Okay, and let's, nobody's here, so I'm just gonna do random. So let's do random. Okay, so magnify, you need to expand, let's say x to power plus x plus y third power plus c, and raise the whole thing to the 13th power. Okay, that is the power of Wolfram language. Fantastic. And nicely formatted. Let's add some square root. Okay, let's say xy times square root of x. Okay, something like that. Try it. 13th power is huge. Let's try 4th power. Okay, and we can also try some nesting. Let's put some fancy square root to a power of square root of x. I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh, okay, in that case it cannot expand because it doesn't know what is x. But anyway, so this is Wolfram language. Happy New Year, the dude. Hello, the dude. Where you from, the dude? So today's topic is random, so you can ask me any questions you want, okay? And permanoob, is that right? Permanoob. Okay, permanoob. Happy New Year. Fantastic. You just found me tonight. Get a load of me. My website is worth, let's see. So there are about, let's go to the top. So there are about 7,000 articles written in the past 23 years or so. And so there's mathematics, there's programming, there's technology, mostly technology oriented. Why is my website so slow right now? What? Okay, there's Unicode. I showed many times. I talked about many times. It's kind of slow. So anyway, so you go to xali.info, and xali.info is technology-oriented, mathematics and programming mostly. So intellectual stuff, technology and intellectual stuff. And you can play Chinese chess. You need to turn on JavaScript. So there's a question. So Legion says, could you talk about your new shorthand system? Oh, that I'm much obliged. That is the, because our new shorthand system. Let me tell you about that. That is fantastic. This is Chinese chess, very popular. So let's say, boom, I'm gonna take my cannon and eat the knight. Cannon take knight. And this is written in JavaScript. Copy the URL. Okay, he's gonna eat mine. And in that case, let's raise the horse. So copy the URL. Back to Emacs. Paste the URL here. Wait, what is going on? Oh, yeah, there is the URL. So let's magnify. And the pink window is all my Emacs commands. And you watch my stuff, you know. So let's make it this into a link and make it, oh, not here. Well, what? Okay, so let's go to Xas talk show. So I'm gonna talk about the questions you guys asked. I'm gonna answer, okay? But yeah, so let's get to it. So what is this Wolfram mod? Okay, I'm gonna tell you about that one thing at a time. Chinese chess. So this is the topics we talked about today, a record of it. And after the video live, you can go to this URL. You'll find it. So first of all, Wolfram mod. So this is a mod, Emacs mod in Wolfram language, and now it's open source. Okay, so I did a video programming Wolfram language. Fantastic. You see that those geometry things. Let's go to YouTube. Geometry, mathematics, programming. That's the things you guys love. You code it. This isn't trivial, by the way. This graphics is one of the graphics I'm proud of. So this is one of my YouTube talk show, and you click the link here, then you go to the home page of the talk show. So there's a topic over here, so you can see. Let's magnify. So you can see the topics, geometric inversion. So on that episode of Xas Talk Show, I talked about how do you do this? What does it mean? Deep mathematics stuff, complex analysis, relativity, Einstein. Okay. Actually, I don't know much about relativity, and I'm not a physicist. I'm not much into physics, actually, but I'm so much into math. So this is complex analysis, one of the huge branch of mathematics, and one of the most fundamental process in complex analysis is geometric inversion, which you are looking at is the plot of 1 over x, where the x is a complex number. That's what it looks like. So back to the talk show, and you can see geometric inversion Wolfram code. So that's what so you might go watch that video. You'll learn mathematics and you will learn geometry. And you will learn Wolfram language. So you see, look at this. That's Wolfram language code. Let's copy and paste it, okay? So today, again, the topic is random. You post questions, I answer, okay? So paste the code, Wolfram language code. Let's shrink it a bit. Okay, there is the code. And let's make it two-dimensional rendering, okay? So I press the key. Fantastic. You can see those fractions, those delta and fractions, okay? And this is a pure function. This is a lambda, okay? For those of you Lisp people, into lambda calculus. So evaluate, you see you got the graphics, you got these fantastic graphics. That's Wolfram language. Go buy it. It's free, and also it's free. I explained this 1,000 times. Just follow my links. You'll see, get it for free. Download it for free. It's free since like 2 years ago. And some technicalities of Wolfram language, Mathematica, Wolfram engine, Wolfram script. What's the difference? Wolfram script is like PowerShell or bash, you can use it. So I have like full tutorials. I talked about this many times, okay, and more videos, okay. So that's but one of the thing is the Wolfram language mod, which now is open source. That's the main thing I want to tell you guys. So this Wolfram language mod, just search for it and you will find the GitHub. Okay, so let's go down. Let's turn on JavaScript. Okay, reload and download right here on GitHub. The power of Microsoft GitHub. So you can download for free, okay? And thanks to Wolfram Research for sponsorship. Okay, and you can look at the source code. Let me just show you a little bit source code, the Wolfram language. The Emacs Lisp source code for the Wolfram language mod. Okay, so there it is. So this key runs the command Wolfram mod, and the source code is right here. So you are looking at the source code, 2,500 lines, and if you go all the way to the top, we go to the top, lots of 7,000 built-in functions. You are looking at the function names of Wolfram language, 7,000 of them built-in. And you don't have to load any library. It's not like, oh, I need regular expression. Which library is regular expression? In Python, for example, in Python, Ruby, Golang, C, C#, C++, I need to traverse a directory. Oh, which package, which library do I need to load? None of that. 7,000 functions built in at your fingertip, okay? So see these fantastic graphics. You don't have to say, oh, which graphics library do I need to load? Or the worst, like the JavaScript, which external graphics library, which community do I need to, and which one is better? Oh, that one sucks. Open source, this or that. None of that. You want artificial intelligence, you want crypto analysis, you wanna do Bitcoin, or you wanna do whatever. Wolfram language, one shot does it. So you are looking at the source code. This is Emacs Lisp. Okay, and now it's free. You can download it and it's open source. Okay, close that. So that's one topic. So the other topic, the question. Common, guys, okay, common, okay. The other question is the shorthand system, okay. Let me explain. So shorthand, let's go to it, okay. On a pink window, you see all my Emacs command calls, such as moving cursor and the keystrokes. So those are Vorak layout. I'm using Vorak layout, okay. So let's go to abbrev, my shorthand system. So you are looking at my shorthand system. For example, let's show some example, okay? Magnify, see the full glory. What the fuck? You see, that's expansion. TIS, expand to it is, okay? Let's see, by the way, okay, BTW, expand, and so that's a Emacs abbreviation. So there are 500 of them, okay. And also for all programming code, for example, I'm now in XA Emacs Lisp mod. You can see in the mini buffer XA Emacs Lisp mod. So I type D, becomes different, and it becomes the template different, okay. So region beginning, expand. Let L for let, expand. Fantastic. This is Emacs. This is Emacs abbreviation feature. I did a video about Emacs abbreviation like a year ago. So if you don't know, just go to a website, XA Emacs abbrev. Then you have the full tutorial. Okay. trivial. In 1 minute, you will get all this power, and you can define any abbrev you want. It's versatile because you can define abbrev for English words. You can define abbrev for shell commands. For example, let's go to eShell. Okay, so I want let's say I want to reduce image color. Okay, so I press this key. Image 256, you see the mini buffer give me several choices of the abbreviation I forgot. They are like, I have 500 abbrev, I forgot what's the name. So I have another command which is called, you can see here, you see XR interactive abbrev. Search it, you'll find the source code. So that allows you see, one of the problem of abbrev is that you have 500 of them, more than that, because this is just English. Then you have Go language abbrev, Emacs list abbrev, shell abbrev, whatever you want. And you see there's also Unicode abbrev. For example, if you want a smiley, it's magnified, okay? Hot, doom, hot. Okay, so wait, do I have that? Well, anyway, that's not abbrev, but anyway, so you can use abbrev for your favorite emoji. Actually, I have it. Emo. There it is. Emo. There it is. These are my favorite practical emoji that I use for Discord. For example, right now I'm in the mood for clown. So go here, clown. There it is. So Emacs abbrev, one of the most fantastic feature of Emacs. Okay, you want to learn it. Why am I talking about abbrev? Because that's what I'm about to talk about, the XR abbrev system. Oh, that's a big thing, my friends. That's a big thing, because my vision of that project, it'll take a year to finish. Okay, and I'm getting old. I'm not sure I can, but this is the idea. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about it in a bit. Okay, so why am I talking about abbrev? Because you need abbrev to do that. This basically, that's a fundamental. That's a technology to do that. But it's not just limited to Emacs. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me finish this topic here. So abbrev. So yeah, so you've seen the abbrev. Let's close that. Oh yeah, so I want to do a shell abbrev. So image, let's say reduce that. I have so many commands. So let's say image convert. Okay, there it is. That's the syntax. You don't have to type them. That's a syntax for reducing JPEG qualities. Okay, let's try something else. Image 256. So this is a shell command for the image magic, command that allows you to. Now do you know what is image magic? Okay, XR image magic. So fantastic. So in modern days we have search engines. So let's go to the search engines. Fantastic. This is all images related to XR. Some of them are not mine. So what is this one? Okay. And what is this one? That's not mine. The rest are mine. This one is not mine. This is my, not mine, not mine, not mine, not mine. Okay, so this one is anyway. So these are a lot. Most of these images are my images on my website. Not that one. So anyway, so math and technology and computing, you will be highly interested. Math, technology, computing. This one is ProRave, for example. So you can go to there, and you can start learning about ProRave, which is ray tracing. Many of the computing nerds of you C++ and C programmers and Rust programmers, you love this image, ray tracing. That's people talk about all the time, ray tracing, which I think is idiotic. one of the most idiotic thing in as far as programming activity goes. I talked about that before. So you can get into, for example, illustrating geometry with Porray, but so where is it? I have a full tutorial on Porray. Okay, so yeah, here, Porray intro, solid geometry, constructive solid geometry with Porray. So for example, to do this one, here's a source code. You copy that, paste into the Porray app, and you get that solid geometry. This is, look at this one, Death Star with the shadow and playing with the shadow, Death Star. Solid geometry. So this is constructive solid geometry. What does that mean? For example, to generate this thing, this Death Star, you take a ball, you take another ball, and you say this big ball minus that ball. Then that's what you get. Then you put lights shining, ray tracing, and you get that solid geometry. So similarly for this one, you put 3 pipes. This thing is very big in the 1990s, but now it wasn't well known much anymore, and it's open source. Okay, let me spit out my gum. So solid geometry, so Porray. So we digressed all over. Let me get back to it. Okay, so I talked about. So any comments or questions? Am I like too slow or something? Let me get on. Okay, let me try to focus or something so that so Wolfram language, we talked about playing chess, geometry, solid geometry with Porray, and okay, so what were we doing? Oh, image magic. Okay, so we wanted to let me show you image magic. Okay, what is this? Emacs Lisp manual. Wow, I didn't know Emacs Lisp manual actually. Okay, so Emacs Lisp beginning version 27, they have updated their Emacs Lisp code for manipulating images. So I believe this is new. So anyway, so let's go back. So I wanted to tell you about image magic. What? There it is. Image magic tutorial. So this is a command line application for manipulating images. For example, converting JPEG to PNG and so on, reduce colors and so on. So this is an example of dither. Dithering is popular in the 1990s, but not so today, because back in the 1990s, you have monitor of only 256 colors or 16, something like that. So anyway, image magic. Okay, so I was trying to demonstrate, so this is a command of image magic. I was demonstrating the command called that one, okay? XOR interactive abbrev, okay? And so we were talking about abbrev. So okay, so what is the deal? So here's a thing, okay? Let's see. Let's go to a page where I have written about that. There it is, okay? So this is too much cigarettes. So I'm trying to. So let me do the prelude. So what is this about? The XOR abbrev shorthand system. So today it's very popular. you have these, especially among you mechanical keyboard do-it-yourself fans, you see, or these are do-it-yourself mechanical keyboards. You buy the components and you make it, you design it. Some of them, they design each and every one of these. So it became popular of the idea of using, those mechanical keyboards to do Steno. Okay, so this is a Steno. Now, what is a Steno? Steno is an input system for English and also other languages. For French, not so much French, but I suppose, for German, for many languages, okay? So it's an input system, fast input system. So supposedly 300 words per minute. If you touch type, maybe you are good, you get 100 words per minute or 120 when you are young. But with Steno, you can type up to 300 words per minute. So I did a video before talking about how is it possible, how does it work. Basically, first of all, it's a multi-key simultaneous key press system. So you don't press one single key at a time like a typical keyboard. You press multiple keys, so that saves you time, because it's like parallel processing, instead of sequential. Parallel processing, multiple keys at a time, and also note the keys are specifically designed for your hand to press them multiple keys at a time. Okay, so this is a Steno system. So that's one thing, multiple keys in one shot. That's one reason why Steno is very efficient, very fast, 300 words per minute. The other reason is it's not alphabet based, it's phonetic based. So you don't type, for example, there are 5 apples. You don't type THERE space ARE space FIBE space APPLE. Sequential, alphabet, letter based. That's what typically you do with computer keyboards. But with the Steno system, you don't type each letter. It's a phonetic. You type the pronunciation. So there are 5 apples. Apples. Okay, so it's like you type 5 times with chord, instead of, So that is why. That is the two major reason, the fundamental reason Steno is very fast. But however, Steno has got a problem. It requires, we have an expert of Steno in our Discord, Emily, who is not on much in the past few months. I hope she comes back. I don't know. Anyway, so this is her machine. This is her photo. She bought it. She showed me. She taught me many things about Steno and other things. So this is her machine, and she's expert. She's among the expert in Steno, because she also started to, she bought a machine, very expensive. Those machines sells for few $1,000s. No kidding, few $1,000s, because the market is very tiny, few $1,000s. So she bought a used one, cost like still $1,000 or something. So anyway, Steno, okay, the reason it's fast because it's multi-key system, designed that way, not like the computer idiot, like you have to hold down Control first, then press a key C, then release that key, then release Control. If you just press them together, it doesn't work. The fucking idiotic computer, loved by the do-it-yourself people, idiots, with their 30% shit. So anyway, Steno Fast is multi-key system, and each key is designed for your fingers, for the purpose, not like the computer keyboard, okay? And it's phonetic based. Phonetic. However, there's a problem. The problem, Emily told me, and also you can read Wikipedia, it takes like 1 or 2 years to master it. It takes 1 to 2 years to master it. And that's not all. Each phonetic system, for example, if once you do this an hour a day, you can watch this video. She's an expert. You do Steno, you learn it an hour a day. After 2 years, then maybe you can type 300 words per minute. 2 years. And, because there's certification, if you can be a stenographer, you need to be certified. So you have to, anyway, so generally I think it takes like 2 years to master it. But also, there's more problems, okay? Now, Emily is a big fan of Steno, but I don't think this system is that great, okay? Because first of all, it takes a long time to learn, but once you learn it, you can only type English. So if you want to type French or Italian or Greek, Jesus, that's another 2 years or something for every language, because the system, it will be different. So in the jargon of the Steno community, each phonetic system for that particular language is called, they have a name. It's called what they call it, a dictionary. Let's magnify. Okay, I forgot. But they have their own jargons. The phonetic, Steno community. You can. By the way, if you are on Discord, if you haven't already, fucking memes. Who the fuck are posting these memes? Admins, ban them. This guy, fucking shit. I despise memes. The brainless fuck. Where is our admin? Okay, are you guys still there? Say something, guys. Let me check, okay? 6 people. God, the poverty of my talk show. Nobody's paying attention and nothing. Okay, so phonetic system. Okay, so I was going to say, so what is the name of the theories? Okay, it's kind of idiotic. So phonetic in Steno community, if you want to type English or French or whatever, you have to pick a theory. That's what they call. Basically, that's the system to type that specific language. And not just that, for each language there are several different theories. Okay, so depending on your preference, or they have several different systems for one particular language. For example, Emily explained to me, so there's Sten ED system. They call it theory. So you have Sten ED theory, you have Phoenix theory, you have Plover theory. Plover is a new thing. Okay, let me explain. You have Magnum's theory. So anyway, so phonetic system, Steno system, to me, it's got lots of problems. Okay, lots of problems, of course, many of these, I don't know that much about Steno system. I haven't spent time to study them in depth. But from the impression, from what Emily told me, and some readings myself, in my opinion, Steno system is no good. Okay, no good. It gotta be eliminated. Gotta be, it needs the modern technology with our computers and AI. This is no good. Okay, I believe with modern, in today's, era, we could and should have a much better system, that doesn't require 2 years to learn it, and can type, let's say 100 or 200 words per minute easily. So that is the reason. That is what XA shorthand system is about. Okay, that's the reason I want to have a XA shorthand system. Let me explain. Okay, so let me read the comments a little bit. So you guys are still here. Say something. Okay, so that's Legion's question. Okay, the dude says, XA, would you be willing to get into some basic game programming? Yeah, I'm willing, but I'm not able because I'm now old. Okay, I've been wanting to learn basic game programming for a long time, but I never did. Okay, it's yeah, I know about the Unreal Engine, which is free, and there are several. But every 5 years or so, I looked into them. I spent several days to look into the libraries, the 3D engines, but I never got anywhere. It seems to me fairly complex, and then the other thing is they require C++, which is the language I despise. And I just never get into, although it's a topic I'm highly interested, but the game engine, I really like to understand game engine, how it works. Like 3D games. I love, 3D games. How is it possible? Or Google Earth, virtual metaverse, virtual life, Second Life. I played in Second Life, I always wanted to learn them, but I just never actually learned a thing or forgot. I never get into 3D game programming. What I particularly want to know is how the 3D game engine works. For example, I always wanted to, how do you 3D graphics, OpenGL and those, you kind of get into those. How do you simply draw a cube that I can rotate? I looked into them like since more than 15 years ago, every 5 years. It turns out to draw a cube, you need 1,000 lines. Well, actually, 100 lines. Whereas in Wolfram language, it's one single line, So this is a digression. Let me get back to the shorthand system, okay? Okay, that's all you need for a cube. You need to specify where the center of cube is, size of the cube, like, length of the side. That's all you need. Like, with technology, you should be able to figure out where's the lighting, where's the viewpoint, where's the ambient lighting, where's the cube size. Oh, that's all you have to do. I wanna draw a cube, so all I need to do is say, where is the cube centered? What's the length of the side? And if they are omitted, just make a smart choice, like centered at 0, origin. That's what this is. And if you don't specify the size, just 1, okay? This is a cube of length 1. And then you want a graphics 3D of it. That it is. It's Wolfram language, okay? Now, what kind of idiotic technologist don't understand this, okay? Computers is getting 10,000 times more powerful over the past 30 years. But you don't have nowhere, Haskell or whatever, Python shit, you don't have nowhere like that does this. And let's not mention more complex graphics like this, okay? Complex graphics. Or like the typical 3D games where you can, like a fly, you can move around, for example, you can create a maze and you can shrink your viewpoint, you can imagine your viewpoint is inside this, gap, and you can walk around, that's 3D graphics. That's what they are. That's geometry. I know geometry. I know fairly advanced geometry and computational geometry. But I try to learn the 3D games. This is boring. I want like maybe realistic, textures. Oh God, textures, fucking idiot, the most idiotic fuck in programming technology. Like you fake the textures by grabbing an image. Anyway, so my point is several points, okay? I want a high-level system, but the industrial coders, this C++, these compiler idiots, they don't think of that way, okay? They never have a system. SVG is very close. SVG, okay? Okay, this is a giant digression, okay? But let me digression, okay? So SVG is very close, but SVG is only for 2D, okay? But then Apple created the canvas idiocy, which drags you back to all the bits and pixels idiocy, the canvas. I have an article, canvas versus SVG, okay? So this article, is about canvas versus SVG. And you can turn on JavaScript, so you can look at these two. One of them is canvas, one of them is SVG, and let's magnify. Okay, let's magnify. You see, the canvas becomes fuzzy crap. SVG is sharp. So anyway, the point is SVG is high level. Okay, canvas is not. Canvas is in the tradition of the C++ of the bits and pixels and memory management and low level and and float, int, painting. That's idiocy, and that is what the gaming engine is like. I try to study it. Since the 15 years ago, every 5 years. I just cannot. It seems too low level. But however, is it possible? Is it possible to create a game system, or the OpenGL, the API? Is it possible to create such a language that is high level? Yes, it is. However, just look at Mathematica, okay? Look at Wolfram. But for many reasons, partly industry reasons, making money, it just never come up, okay? And I blame it in part to the Unix and C idiots. They don't know what they are thinking. Okay, so that's my giant. That is in fact one of my giant gripe against the coding industry. And you talk to other people, like they will never see this idea where high level graphics, they never thought of it. You go to the Hacker News, or Twitter or whatever, every month, new library, this library is going fantastic, Haskell, whatever. But then you look into, they never ever have this idea of this thing you are looking at, Wolfram language, Mathematica. This thought, this high level thought, never occurred to them. When they see it, their brains like, oh, that's fun, and then that's it. By tomorrow, they forgot all about it. On the other hand, the OpenGL, WebGL, 100 lines to do a cube, they are excited. Pixels, fucking idiots. So in part, I blame, is it possible to have a technology or game engine? Is it possible to have a game engine or 3D graphics API that is high level, where one line, just one single line does a rotating cube? Yes, it is possible. But why didn't it never happen? In my personal experience of 30 years or 20 years of computing, why is you never see it? Because I would say the most fundamental reason is social, is the way software industry works, and these things are deeply tied to the CPU, the GPU hardware as well. So in America, the computer system developed in America. America system, basically you have capitalism, a type of capitalism. So basically money talks. Money decides what technology you're going to have, what kind of technology you are not going to have. Money. And also it's immediate. It's like not long term. It's like, so in this system, in this social capitalism system in USA, I believe that is the reason why, that is the most important reason why today, to this day, you don't have a high level computer graphics engine or system. This is one, this thing I'm talking about, you can consider it one of my biggest gripe in software industry. 20 years ago, I've been coding Wolfram language since 90s. I know this. The very first cube I drawn like that is like 1992, 1993. Okay, but back then you cannot rotate it. The rotation feature in Wolfram language started in 2006, I think. Okay. Anyway, so back then I know this, but but then I gradually started to code, Perl, the Unix, I got into web programming and Unix, tar, Emacs, web servers, Apache, database, I started to get into, industrial programming. But why? But it puzzles me greatly. I want this. Where do I find this technology other than just Wolfram language? Where can I find it? You talk to all the programmers, they don't understand what you're talking about. They say, just learn Go, just learn OpenGL, that OpenGL, or today WebGL. They don't understand this C#, C++, Java programmers. They don't know. They don't understand this concept. that deeply puzzled me for 20 years. Okay, now I'm getting old, and this question when I was younger, I now know the answer. Well, because the industry. Okay, so part of it is the industry, the social reasons you don't have this technology, and the other reason is I blame the Unix idiots, the Unix fuckheads. Okay, the Unix and C programmers. Every day they are like driveling about memory, about int and float. They are excited about it. And today, the version is represented by the Rust fanatics, Rust people. They love it. They love this kind of thing. They don't understand this high level. They don't care. It's not. They don't care. They don't understand it. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's it. The fucking idiots. So that is why. So I've been I wanted to learn. If someone can teach me, you guys who asked that question, the dude, okay. So if you go to Discord, I would be very interested. Teach me. I have a lot of questions, but just answer my questions. I guide me hand by hand. How the game engine works. I love it. I would love it. Okay, but I just never did. Okay. So that's about the 3D, about the game engine and my experience. Yes, and I'm getting old. I'm not. I don't know if I can. If you can teach me, that's great. But I'm getting old. I got lots of other things to do. I want to know more about, differential geometry. Lots of proof systems, in mathematics, proof theory and so on. That's too bad. Okay, so that's one thing. So back to let's go back to the abbrev system, shall we? So I was talking about abbrev system. So I was talking about Steno. Okay, Steno that leads to abbrev system. So in my opinion, today we can have a system that does not require a Steno machine, nor this thing I despise, the keyboard, the computer keyboard emulation of the Steno machine, such as this one. This one is also from Rezi. Rezi is a great member of our Discord. Thanks to Rezi. And thank you many guys, many of you donated. If you like my videos, donate, okay? I'm no longer, lingering around death by hunger. That was so 20 years ago. I'm no longer. But I would appreciate, if you like my stuff and pay me. PayPal and Patreon and so on. I have links on my website, okay? So I was talking about, so that's 3D graphics, okay? So then Steno. So I don't like, so there's a lot community around Steno that tries to use the computer keyboard, especially Planck. Okay, let me show you where is the Planck. Especially the Planck keyboard. Okay, so I give reasons why I don't think this is good. Okay, I mean she's a creator, Marabai Knight. She's the creator, one of the creator of Plover, which is a system, which is a Steno system. However, you can type it with a regular keyboard. usually the do-it-yourself plank. Where's my? Do I have a photo here? I must have a photo here. I need a link to it. Where is it? I don't have a link. I'm not gonna show it, but it's on my website. The plank keyboard. Actually, I want to show it. Okay, so let's go to okay. So you click on do it yourself, then you scroll down, and you started to see. Then you scroll down more, you can see this non-ergonomic. So this one is plank keyboard. It's one of the do-it-yourself keyboard. Very popular, super popular among the do-it-yourself nerds. A lot of you guys. And this keyboard, I despise it. Fucking the most idiotic design. But, a lot of you like it, love it, and you started to use these. Look at she's demo, she Prover, you use this keyboard to type Steno using the Prover system. Okay, so she has a video you can watch. This video is 7 years old, 8 years old by now. Plank. Okay, so that's my complaint about Steno. Okay, although I don't know it too well, but I believe there's potential for alternatives that uses a normal keyboard, but is not based on the Steno. Okay, so that is that is why I'm talking about XOR shorthand system. By the way, if you want to know about Steno and Emily's stuff, Emily, one of our great person in our group, you join the Steno Discord, okay, the Prover, okay, so it's a vibrant community. Emily is here often, I believe. So Steno, they talk about all kind of Steno things. They also talk about alternative keyboards, such as do-it-yourself keyboards, which okay, so for example, miscellaneous input, let's show it. Okay, so for example, many of these keyboards are designed for Steno. This guy who sent me Georgie keyboard is also a great guy. Okay, Georgie keyboard, where is he? Anyway, so you can buy this, do it yourself, buy it from his company, from G-boards, heavy industries, Heavy Industry, you can buy it from them. And they sell several others, but anyway, so Steno, okay, and turns out I don't like, I don't find Steno to be a great, I think there's a great potential for a normal keyboard to be able to type very fast, like 200 words per minute, but without the whole Steno thing. And you can learn it in, let's say, 3 months. Maybe half a year, I think, okay? So let me just quickly finish, okay? Oh, God, there's a bug with the... So what is XOR shorthand? Actually, it's XOR shorthand. So I'm gonna talk about XOR shorthand. So XOR shorthand, if you don't know shorthand system, let me show you, okay? Okay, let's go to my website. Search for XOR Unicode. You scroll down, okay? You scroll down more. You'll see Deseret, okay? And you'll see Shavian. Let me show you, okay? So Deseret, this is Deseret alphabet. This is a system invented in 1847 by the Mormons, which is a phonetic-based English alphabet. So you use this alphabet to write English. But however, it is phonetic-based. That means each sound, each one of these characters, they represent a sound. So this page, Deseret alphabet explains the detail. There is a Wikipedia article. There's a Wikipedia. My wife just came home. I told her to go. There's a Wikipedia article. I've been talking already an hour. Okay, we need to wrap up. Okay. So this Wikipedia article about Deseret as well, Deseret alphabet. You can read about it. Okay, so here is how it looks like. So the little star, twinkle twinkle little star. This is how it looks like in Deseret. Okay, let's magnify. There it is. Okay, so this Deseret alphabet is a phonetic-based system and created in 1847. Then we have a Shavian alphabet, which is created in 1960. It is also a phonetic system for English. So, so you are looking at it, and with this system, you will be much more efficient. You'll be faster. If you imagine you map your keyboard to this, I believe there are. You map your there are. There are Shavian communities and so on. So you can study it, join it, and you can start type Shavian. So it's phonetic system for English, okay? And has many advantages because English spelling system, English turns out is one of the most idiotic spelling system. The spelling doesn't correspond to the pronunciation, maybe a little bit, 50%. So, for example, woman, and so on. So anyway, so you have phonetic system, and the Shavian alphabet is based on it came from the origin, the history, the impetus of the Shavian alphabet is based on what's called a Pitman shorthand system, okay? So we are talking about history, so you are looking at Pitman shorthand system. So this shorthand system is designed for handwriting. Back then, not like today you have computer keyboards. So for writing by hand. However, it's a shorthand system. So each one of these strokes represent a particular phonetics. The pronunciation of English phonemes. Okay, so Pitman shorthand system. So this is the basis of the Shavian alphabet. Okay, so it allows you to write much faster than the normal scripting, English. Okay, so that's a shorthand system. So we have a history of it, and that's not all. So if you read Wikipedia, okay, you read Wikipedia. Let me show you. Okay, English spelling reform. Okay, that's a sizable article. Okay, English spelling reform. It talks about quite a lot spelling reforms in English, from which Shavian alphabet and Deseret are part of it. They are a particular type of spelling reform by replacing the entire English alphabet. So some of them are mild reforms. Some of them are just replace the whole fucking English Latin alphabet, throw them away. Some of them are mild, and there are many others. So it takes days to read them. I've been reading them since like 10 years ago. It's and there's links to a particular one. So there's lots of spelling reforms. So essentially, I kind of have the idea where. So you can see some of my, let me go here, okay. Let's see. Let me finish the topic, okay. Basically, so that's what my XAR, its dramatic name, XAR shorthand system. But actually I haven't really designed it yet. I'm just like gradually, do it one by one a little bit, So the idea is that you should just type, for example, represent, okay. For example, this, okay. So I type represent RPS. So that's the idea. So I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe this can become a practical system that will make you saves typing, make you type 100 or 200 words a minute without so much learning time. So I started to do it, but I have a lot to do. I need to go through first thing I need to do, from what I see, is that I need to find condense the English pronunciation to kind of phonetic system, such as Shavian. There are many others. Okay, there's also called Unifont. There's quite a few. The English spelling reform, quite a few. So go through them, classify or gather, all the pronunciations. Then you have to map them into the Latin alphabet. I don't think I'm going to design. I'm not going to use a different alphabet. I just map them to, so you don't have to spend so much time to learn it. So use the kind of standard representation of pronunciation. Kind of. So there's a lot to do. So that's a basic idea about XOR shorthand system. So I'm thinking maybe I can create a GitHub project, because I'm getting old. So if I do it myself, maybe take a year or two, and I don't get paid. I need money to survive, so I can't just do this. So, but maybe I can start a GitHub. So I have a design. So first of all, there's a design about this. So like, how do you do it? Okay, so first of all, you go through the dictionary. I explained somewhere on GitHub, on Discord. Okay, you go through the English dictionary. You find the frequency of each and every word, which is very easy to do. Today with computers, you can write a Python program or Ruby or whatever in few hours. You want to know the frequency of every word in English dictionary. Then for each word, you remove their vowels. Okay, so for example, represent is just RPS. Okay, then you do that for each and every word. Then you rank all the words by their frequency. There's a lot of articles you can find in English word frequency. Okay, you rank them. So for those at the top most frequently used words, for example, they are. So I have some of them here. These are the most frequently used word. Okay, about, after, because. Actually, this, this, and, there, you, me. Those are more frequently used. Of, of, anyway, then these are second most frequent. Anyway, so you rank all words by their frequency of use. Then for each word, you count number of letters, you abbrev them to, remove the vowel. Then there are many words whose abbreviation will be identical. Okay, so for the identical ones, you pick the one to represent the one that's the most frequently used. Okay, so basically you have an elementary system like that. And just by that, will speed up your typing by twice, I would say, twice. And also, we haven't get into phrases yet. For example, how are you today? How are you today? That's a very common phrase. So you might want to give it a brief, how are you today? HRUT. So you type that, expand to how are you today. Let me show you, okay? So for example, how are you today? So you make it that just HURT, okay? Evaluate, now I type HRUT, how are you today? So that's a huge saving, that's 4 keystrokes becomes 20 keystrokes, So when you have a sentence, the most frequently used sentence, you save by 10 times, by 20 times, okay? So you besides words, you want to get the most frequently used phrase, like 2 words phrase. Like, how do you is very common. How do you do something? How do you do, or what is very common. So for example, for me, so if I want to type what is, I just type ws, okay, what is, okay. So that's the basic idea about XOR shorthand system. So this system is designed for typing on a computer keyboard using today's technology. And you see this already in your phone, the word completion. Usually, like words, there are certain words that always follow some other words, very frequent. So you have, so that's the idea, okay? Okay, that's it for today. Anything else? Okay, pay me, guys. Okay, let me read some of the comments. So is that explanation, 1 hour explanation about XOR shorthand system, satisfactory to you, the dude who asked it? Legion. Wait, who is it? Oh yeah, the Legion asked that. Okay, is that okay? Donate. That's the main thing. Okay. I'm not gonna like my videos and shit like that. Just pay me. So I talked about 3D graphics systems, gaming systems. Okay, from the dude, the question. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you, guys. Are you from the Linux community? Well, watch my videos more and you'll know. Still here, you can learn game programming through Unreal Engine's blueprinting system. No, I need someone to teach you. Okay, I have been a self-taught man in my life. I never took any class of programming. I learned everything: English, programming, everything. So if I really want to learn the Unreal Engine or how to program game, I can. But that means I stopped doing some other things such as my my shorthand system, which is I'm far more interested, or mathematics. So you do this, you cannot do that. Okay, so if I really I must learn how gaming system works, how 3D graphics works. Yeah, I can. I'll dedicate my life, a month or two, into it. I don't know. But I'm getting old. I got two other things that's more interesting to me. So, but if some of you can teach me, that's a great time saver. Okay, just So the dude says, well, when you know geometry and math, you will do really well in game programming. Yeah, that's not really. Just like the game engine, I kind of know, the OpenGL, they are not about math at all. In fact, you learn just like the Unix commands, okay? You guys familiar with the Unix command line? Find, ls, grep. Each one has like 10,000 options, and they are incompatible. They are not consistent. You have to, each one of them is ad hoc, just like C and C++. One bunch of garbage, not well designed. You dive into, and then you read documentation, but there's lousy, bad documentation, and many of them, half of it, there's no documentation. That's what it is. Learning game programming engine. I kind of know. It's not about math. I know the math already. I know linear algebra. I know differential geometry. I know lots of part of discrete geometry, but game programming in general is not about math. Okay, that's it for today. And back to what I'm saying. So what I want is this system, okay, this high-level system, but it's nowhere to be found. And you guys, I asked, nobody mentioned this kind of. I am looking. This is what I want, okay. And there is a similar system for this coming up. Okay, I have a blog about it. About, for example, XOR game engine. Let's see what article will show up. Okay, not there. Okay, so Sorry, 3D graphics programming. Okay, here's an article I wrote back in 2007 where I tried to get into Java to do GUI, graphics. And God, after several hours, to write a simple button or menu, you got 100, 200, 300 fucking lines of code, Java. This is 2007, Java, Oak, Swing. Gaming system is like that. It's far worse. I also, so I study, GTK, QT, TK. That's the GUI part of graphics. Then you have the 3D programming. Okay, I looked into Mensa, Mesa, OpenGL, Direct 3D. Incomprehensible to me. It's like C and C++, like bunch of idiotic crap. Then, I read a lot. I'm studious. You have graphics pipeline. You have to know that. Graphics pipeline, scene graph, space partitioning, shader, level of detail. This fucking idiotic fuck. Z buffering, anti-aliasing, alpha composing, fuck alpha their ass. MIP map, texture mapping, bump mapping. This extremely idiotic fuck. Are these mathematics? I know differential geometry, my friend. I know computational geometry, my friends. But none of these are. This fucking crap. That's what you do. 3D game. Back then, 2007, guys. 2007. Then I looked into game engines, because I want to know. I don't want to just work in Wolfram language, which is great, but I want, real 3D games where I can, but then you have to look into, then this JMonkey engine. Many of these are probably dead by now. There's Crystal Space, there's Ogre 3D, open source, game, there's Blender, Game Blender, and whatever that is pronounced, and so I look, and there's also then physics engine, which is another thing. Oh God! So I spent time reading Wikipedia. It's mostly incomprehensible, and open source they'll say, "Oh, Ogre is the easiest." It turns out, they are all kind of the low-level thing. I like to learn, but probably I'll never. Bartholomew, good morning, good evening, good eve, good morning eve to Germany. And bye guys. So today is 80 minutes. So today we talked about game engine, computer graphics, and abbrev system, Steno. Okay, summarize. We're gonna shut down in 1 minute, okay? Shut down in 1 minute. Today is random talk, random chat, relax. So what's going on my XR Discord? Are you guys watching? So the chaos, my life, chaos. Oh, that would be great, dude. So come in and participate in the chat. We have all sort of people here, So all sort of people on all kind of things, all opinions. So if you join, that would be great, But I am not gonna, don't friend me, don't add me as a friend, or don't hold me as the center, because I got a celebrity problem. There's hundreds of you. I mean, that's unpleasant to say, but that's true. I don't know. I don't remember you guys. I don't know who you are really. That's too bad. But so unless you use your one of the thing I recommend is use your real name, like our friend Dion, fantastic guy, great guy from UK, and many others. Okay, I'm not gonna go over. So use your real name and go on chat. Sometimes we have online voice party, voice party where we chat to each other and in real life, and sometimes video. So anyway, hey, hello Andrew, and Andrew is a friend who joined our chat often, so we know each other, many of them. So yeah, that's start Discord. So bye guys, bye. So the etymology, so we talked, so let me clean up. I'm closing down in 1 minute. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy my articles and put onto my talk show. Keyboard close talk show, yes, close, copy the URL back to Emacs, paste it here. And what is the image magic? Okay, showing browser, that's the topic we talked about. XR abbrev system. Okay, I need to write about XR shorthand system. Okay, close. What is this? 3D engine. Okay, close. English language spelling reform. Okay, close. Pitman shorthand system. Close. Shavian alphabet, paste. Okay, actually put it here. Shavian alphabet, close. Deseret alphabet, created by the Mormons, close. XR Unicode, fantastic. Spread my links. Okay, thank you guys. If you like my stuff, pay me. Okay, and recommend my links. That's also helpful. So heavy industries keyboard, that's great. Google keyboard, for example. So we are talking about Steno systems. Close. So here's Planck keyboard, the most popular do-it-yourself. There's Canvas versus SVG. Let's paste it here. Let's make a link. Okay, some of them not linked. What is this? Okay, so actually, what? Okay, I need to fix. Okay, I need to fix I've been reworking my HTML code, XR HTML mod. Canvas versus SVG, Steno type machine. Paste the link. Yeah, stupid Windows. Image magic tutorial. Emacs, I don't care. Close that. Abbrev mod by command. Let's copy that. That's it. Bye. I'm going to have dinner.